Japan Makes Me Scared, a podcast to the chilling realm of Japanese horror stories. My name is Junpei, and I will invite you to the mysterious world of Kaidan, exploring spine-tingling experiences that have haunted Japan. Konbanwa minasan. Welcome back to another episode of Japan Makes Me Scared. I'm Junpei, your host, and I'm gonna share various horror, scary stories of Kaidan in this podcast. Today's question is, have you ever had a double date in your life? Personally, I'm even too busy dealing only with my wife, so I don't think it's reasonable to take the risk of doubling the chance of disaster. But I don't deny that there are people who like this kind of extreme sport. However, what if the result of a double date is not simply that you don't get on with your partner or friend, but that it becomes a terrifying, life-threatening experience? Today's story is about one such strange experience of a double date. Alright, let's move on to the storytelling part. Episode 22, Double Date. This is a story of what happened to one woman. We can call her Miki for convenience. Miki had a boyfriend, Taka. They had been together for some time, and they were thinking about their relationship seriously. She had a female friend, Kana, who had been friends with Miki since childhood. So they shared everything, including their relationships with their partners. And Kana also had a boyfriend, Toshi. Then four of them were all close to each other, and then got all together quite often around that time. One day, as usual, they decided to hang out all together for a day. You know, they were having a double date. They went to an amusement park, and they had a fun time. When they went to a parking lot to go back home, Kana said, "Hey, you guys want to still hang out a little bit more?" Actually, it was still early evening, and they had so much fun that they were all willing to stay longer. Then Toshi said, "Sure, actually you're all welcome to my place. It's not too far from here, and we've got a bunch of drinks too." So they decided to go to Toshi's. On that day, Miki came to the amusement park with Taka on his bike, and Kana and Toshi came by car. Taka said to Miki, "Maybe you can go in the car with Kana and Toshi. You know it's a bit cold already, and I don't want you to be sick." Kana supported the idea, like, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Miki, stay with us. Isn't it okay, Toshi?" Toshi also agreed, so Miki got in the car and left the amusement park. On the way to Toshi's, the three of them talked to each other a bit first, but Miki got sleepy and fell asleep without realizing it. When she woke up, she was in a room that looked familiar. So she was like, is it the flat of Toshi? Then Kana entered the room with Toshi and said, "Ah, you're finally awake. We just went out to buy more drinks to add." At first, Miki was relieved to know where she was, but when she looked around, she realized that Taka was not there. "Hey, has Taka arrived yet?" Miki asked. But Toshi said, I don't think so. He would have called, or at least knock on the door if he arrived. Miki didn't know why, but started feeling a little bit tense. She tried to call Taka, but didn't make it to reach him. Hey, isn't it taking too long for him to arrive? Maybe there's something happened to him. As they were talking like this, Toshi's mobile was ringing, so he answered the call. Yes? Yeah, that's me. What? Oh no. Okay, I'll be on my way right after. Saying this, Toshi hung up the phone. His face was completely pale. This couldn't be any good news. He opened his mouth heavily. Miki, you may not believe it, but listen calmly, okay? Taka has had an accident and just died. Hearing this, Miki's mind went blank. As she was speechless, Toshi continued. I just got a call from police, so I have to go there now and confirm his identity. I know it's hard for you, but can you come with me? Miki still couldn't accept the fact. Taka was dead. The one who, just a few hours ago, we were having a good time together with? Why she couldn't even start moving. Suddenly, there was strong knocking on the door of the flat. Everyone was startled by the sound and looked towards the door. Hey, open up! Please, open up! This voice was Taka's. Miki immediately recognized it. You know, it was her boyfriend's voice. There was no way she could have mistaken it. Oh, thank God, he was alive. So there must be a mistake to say that he died in an accident. Miki was so happy that she tried to walk towards the door. Then Kana grabbed her arm and stopped her. Wait a minute, isn't this weird? What do you mean? You can hear Taka's voice, right? Yeah, but we just got a call that he passed away. Toshi also said, I think it's weird too. Or maybe this is Taka's spirit? What? He died suddenly, so maybe he's lonely and they're trying to take Miki along to the other side. Miki, open up. Open it quickly. Meanwhile, Taka's voice continued from the other side of the door. No, don't ever go. Please don't go, Miki. Toshi and Kana tried to stop her desperately, pulling on Miki's arm more strongly. Miki was scared, but she wanted to see Taka again, even he was dead or spirit. So she shook off their desperate attempts to stop her and put her hand on the doorknob. Then Taka's voice came in. It's Kana and Toshi who are dead. Wait, what did you just say? Miki turned around and saw Kana and Toshi standing there, covered in blood, and their limbs and arms bent in strange directions. Yeah! Miki screamed and fainted. When she regained consciousness, She was in a strange white room. Seemingly, it was a hospital room. When she looked around, she saw Taka beside the bed. Oh, Miki, you finally woke up. Oh, thank God. He hugged her as he was deeply relieved. Unable to understand the situation, Taka began to tell Miki about what had actually happened. On the way back home from a double date in the amusement park, the car Miki was in was involved in an accident. Kana and Toshi were killed instantly in the accident, but only Miki managed to survive. During the few days she was unconscious, he was holding her hand and praying for her. Open up your eyes. Please, please, open your eyes quickly. Oh Shimai, thank you very much for listening to the story. Hope you like it too. The plot twist in the story was quite a surprise. Could you guess this ending? When I first heard about this story myself, I was completely fooled. I assumed Taka was a spirit, and I thought it'd be kind of a cheap scary story about him trying to take his girlfriend Miki to the world of the dead. But after hearing the whole story, it's a different kind of horror. Kana and Toshi were relentless in trying to stop Miki. Did they won't take her with them because they were so lonely? Or it's a possibility I don't like to think about, but it could be that they were so jealous of Miki being the only survivor that they tried to take her life. In any case, what if she had listened to Kana and Toshi and just stay with them? Perhaps her life would have been lost. Anyway, do you have any theories on this story? I've got a Discord channel where anybody can join and share thoughts and theories. Of course, I'll be there as well. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, so please join and enjoy the interaction if you would. This podcast, Japan Makes Me Scared, is available on almost all popular podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or Amazon Music. Also, if you push the follow button on the app of your choice. First of all, for me, it'd be a huge support and motivation. And for you, you will not miss notifications for future episodes. So please consider following my podcast as well. Alright, we're getting close to the end. So let me say one thing. Arigatou gozaimasu again for listening to my podcast, Japan Makes Me Scared. And sayonara for more children fruits next time. Bye.